The topic I'd like to research for my History 2 final paper is the Japanese American internment camps that were established in 1942. I know this is going to be an intense project, so I didn't want to choose something that didn't interest me. Asking yourself what historical event interests you isn't easy because there's just too many topics to choose from. I then remembered a movie I watched several years ago called Snow Falling on Cedars. The Japanese American internment camps were part of the movie's plot. And since then, this particular subject has been of interest to me. I don't know a lot about it, so what better way to find out than to write my paper on it? I started my search just by Googling Japanese internment camps. One of the first search results was a PBS website, and I love PBS shows and documentaries, so I went there to read a little bit more on the subject. It was there that I found the transcript for the Executive Order 9066 from Franklin D. Roosevelt, which ordered the Japanese into these camps. I know it's not 8 to 9 pages, but I think it has enough content for it to be my primary source for the final project. I now had to find the original for this document, so I went to Library of Congress and I could not find it there. So I went back to Google and typed in Executive Order 9066, and this led me to another website ending in GOV. So I knew it was a safer site. And I learned from this was the National Park Service website, so it didn't sound like it was going to be the end of my research, but I clicked a few more times out in their website and I found a ton of information on Japanese internment camps because one of the Japanese internment camps was called Manzanar and it's located in one of California's national parks, and they have you can visit there and see a museum and find information about it. And their website has a virtual museum for those of us who don't live close enough to visit. There's a lot of information on the topic. It, in fact, didn't help me narrow down my search, but created so many more questions. A lot of the information is directed to school children, so I know I need to find more scholarly articles in my research, but I feel like this is a great start. Another primary source I found on this subject was a poster that was posted in towns notifying the Japanese Americans to report to the camps. I found a picture of this poster on Wikipedia, and I knew I had to find a more reliable site, so I Googled Japanese internment camp poster. The first website on the search results ended in GOV, so I went there again because I knew it was a safe site, and it was the National Archives website. I surfed through the website, and it helped me develop my question a little bit further, or at least point me in the right direction. The theme I want to pursue on this topic is broad at this point. I want to find out what it was like to have to stop your life and relocate to one of these camps. And I then want to learn how the Japanese Americans were treated while in the camps and what their lives were like. And finally, I want to find out how they returned to their lives after their release. And were they able to resume their lives once they had left, or did they have to start all over again with nothing? Did they lose their property as a result? And by answering these questions, I hope to answer the following question. Were the rights of the Japanese Americans afforded them by the United States Constitution violated by forcing them to relocate to internment camps? I think I need to narrow it down a little bit more, but I need to research more to refine my question, so I hope I'm off to a good start. Thank you.